Hello and welcome to the Against the Fence podcast. We've got it out already.
Not early.
Yeah. Welcome to Frankie, the White Monster Gibson. How are we doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Not too bad. How you getting on?
Yeah, I'm really good. Thank you. Thanks for joining us today. I've seen like all your stuff on social media. We mentioned you in one of the previous podcasts, and yeah, I just really wanted to get you on and kind of discuss like where it's all from the start till now, as such, I guess, and kind of understand where you're at, what you want to do. I think because you're quite new, apart from the social media stuff, which you're like absolutely thriving on at the minute. I just want to know more about you.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So yeah, the videos are going nuts. In fairness, I've been making content for a little bit, but more. I'm a personal trainer as well as a MMA fighter, and then I just made one monster video. I drink them all the time. Like genuinely, I am the brand. I am who I say I am. Like I drink them every single day. I made one video and it had 3 million views overnight. I was like, wow, I better keep making these, and then anytime an idea comes to my head, I end up making it. Fast forward a month, I'm in my living room wearing shades, pointing my white monster gun everywhere. So it's a funny old thing, the social media game, but I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It's silliness at the end of the day, but it makes me laugh. So it's good fun.
Yeah, aren't you? Am I right in thinking as well? You're sponsored by Monster.
So at the moment, I believe it's an unofficial sponsorship. So they reached out to me and they were like, look, like, thank you for making all the videos. We want to send you some cans, give the address. I was like, I couldn't believe it. They actually messaged me twice on Instagram and on TikTok. And so I sent them my address, and a week later, they rocked up with 96 cans. So that'll last me about a week. So I'll message them once they're done and then get the re-up, I think.
When did you start adopting the White Monster nickname?
When the videos started going crazy, really, I drink them every day before I'm going to training. Every morning, I've got a white monster. I'll pop a snooze. My friend was like to me, he was like, "You're doing the athlete version of fag and a Red Bull." I said, "Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing."
I love that. And you train out of GB Top Team.
Yeah,
Weirdly, about a month and a half ago, I went to GB Top Team, and you were
nice.
training with a few other people at the time. I don't know if you remember. I was in like a yellow hoodie, just kind of lurking around.
Probably in the zone. Was you training or was you like recording and stuff?
No, I came to see Brad to talk about something. He said, if you want to come and watch the session for like 10, 15 minutes, come and
Oh,
watch the
nice.
session.
What session was it? Was it sparring or grappling?
It was, I think, I don't know, it was definitely sparring. You had all your gloves and everything on. No one was just in their rash guard rolling. So um, it was at 10 o'clock in the morning on like a Tuesday or something like
Yeah, that would have been sparring. Probably watching
that.
me get punched in the head.
No, you look like you're doing good.
Oh, good.
But from the outside looking in, GB Top Team seems like one of these kind of like gritty, hard-nosed gyms, like rough and tough. What was your first day like when you went there, and how has training there kind of leveled you up to today?
So obviously for me it was slightly different. I knew some of the guys there before. Obviously I lived with Lon, so it was his idea. He was like, "I'll come to Top Team." So I already had that kind of that in almost. He's pretty established there, right?
Yeah,
Um, but definitely tough when I first got there. No one was like nasty, do you know what I mean? Like, but the level was clear. I was like, right, this is where I need to be, you know?
yeah, yeah. That's scary. How did you first meet Lon then, and kind of because you live with him, right?
Yeah, so we both teach I was working on reception at a gym in Richmond. At first, we were like kind of mates. He was just the coach there at the time. I started there as a member. And then, sort of, the more I was training there, then I got a job there. Then we just became friends, really. We ended up going away to Thailand together and moved in shortly after that.
Yeah, nice. One other friend of yours, which I think not a lot of people might know about this, is that you were part of the initiation or the start of Casuals Corner, right?
Yeah, I was, yeah. So I've been friends with Will since literally year seven. We've been friends for years. Like he's one of my best mates, 100%. Like he knows all my family. Like if I came home and he was just like sitting chatting to my mum and dad, that wouldn't be weird. It's like a family member, you know. So we started that together, and I was just doing this crazy commute from Essex to Richmond every single day, and I just couldn't maintain the work rate that he wanted to put out. So we stopped for a little bit, and he was like, "Look, I'm going to carry on." I said, "Yeah, go for it. Like, you're going to smash it 100%." And then while I was training, working, doing that treacherous commute, he was making the videos, and now he's smashing it.
Yeah, he's doing all right for himself now, isn't he? Fair play to him. I mean, it's
Yeah,
taken some dedication, and he's definitely one of them people that's just got something about him.
yeah. He's definitely got that kind of. His best attribute, I would say, is like people skills, like meeting people, making these connections. It's crazy to see, but like he can just network so well. I've been in nightclubs in Thailand with him, and I'm like, obviously nightclubbing in Thailand, and I look over and he's like editing a video for Casuals Corner on his phone. I'm like, "No, you really don't rest, do you? There's no rest for the wicked." So he's definitely seeing the fruits of his labour for sure.
No, yeah, that takes some next level of commitment. What did the idea start off as between you two? It was a podcast or something like that, wasn't it?
So it was at first, yeah. Will would probably admit this as well. It sounds arrogant. I got him more so into MMA because I was training, and like he liked boxing, he liked football,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Man, you've got to watch this sport. It's so much better than boxing. Boxing fights are like 12 rounds. There's like a Super Bowl commercial before the walkout. It's like it's a song and dance." I'm like, "Trust me, this sport is so much better." He watched the first fight we watched together was when Jorge Masvidal fought Ben Askren,
Oh,
and we were watching
no
it, and
way.
I was like, "I told you, I literally told you." And yeah, from there he was like, "This sport is like going to be the next thing," and it is, right? Like MMA is huge now.
Yeah. What a story. I love that one.
Yeah,
Because
it's cool. It's
you're
cool to see what he's done with it as well. And I'm still like with him. We went to China together to go and watch Lon. I was like assisting, so it's cool how it's just come full circle, and we're all kind of at different points of our life, and it all comes together
yeah,
via drinking energy drinks and smashing nicotine, you know.
I
It's
think
fun.
it's great though. What kind of watching all three, and then your brother as well, right?
Yeah, my brother fights as well. He was meant to fight on the same night as me, but his opponent pulled out fight week.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then your other friend as well. I've forgotten his name. He does a bit of Muay Thai. He's OL97 on Instagram. Is it
Oh,
OL?
Oscar. Yeah. So
Oscar.
again, he's one of my friends from school as well. So yeah, it's just funny how we all kind of ended up. I said to Will, obviously, I was like, "Look, come to China, document like Lon stuff," and then Oscar was like, "I'll come." I was like, "Yeah, let's just all go," and it was just like a full spontaneous trip. Some fun stories from that trip that I'm sure we'll get into.
Yeah, that's so sick. Um, I just love the dynamic of like all of you kind of still kind of in contact like in this martial arts world. Like something quite unique about that, I think. And I would be interesting to see where you guys then continue to.
Yeah, 100%. The goal's always just to grow it and just keep moving forward and just embrace it. It's all crazy, right? Like you can make a video on energy drinks, you can have these views, and you meet someone, and then you're just at different points in your life. That's the beautiful thing about martial arts, in my opinion. You meet people that you would have never crossed paths with in any other walk of life, you know, and you kind of break the ice pretty early when you're trying to punch each other in the face, and you like, it's a beautiful thing. It is. It's cool. It's cool. I love it.
Yeah. Who's on that note of kind of ice breaking and stuff like that? Who's one training partner that gives you absolute hell in sparring, and what makes them so tough?
I would say Carlito Ramos, if he's watching. I think he likes being punched in the face by me. I think it's like a weird fetish of his. I've hit him with some shots, and I've seen this exact. He will look at me, stick his tongue out. I'm like, all right, cool, fair enough. But yeah, we spar a lot together. He fought on Fight Star same weekend as me. He managed to stop his opponent in the first round. So yeah, he's a nightmare. Lon's obviously a nightmare. He's like at the pinnacle of the sport. I'll try and avoid him at all costs, especially when they're involved. I'll just pretend that I haven't seen him. Like, "Oh, you're talking to me?" He's like, "Called your name 4 times." I'm like, "Oh, I thought it was the other Frankie. Sorry, man." He's a nightmare. He'll do big things, 100%.
Yeah, when I watched him at Macau, to be honest, I hadn't actually heard or seen of him before that.
Yeah.
But there was that one moment, I think it was in the third round, where he did that spinning heel kick, and it was so fast.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. You should see his spinning back kick to the body. I've held it on a pad before. I'm like, that could kill someone. Like, genuinely. Yeah, I think he landed it on one of his opponent's face as he shot in. I'm just like, poor guy, man.
Yeah. If you had to describe your fight style as a combination of three fighters, dead or alive, who would they be and why?
I would say someone I love, is Chad Mendes. I
Okay.
could sit there and watch videos of him hitting pads or just throwing bombs over the top into like slick wrestling. I'd definitely say him, Chad. Brad Pickett, that same style, right? Like gonna throw bombs and try and grapple and beat you up. Like he's there to fight.
Mm-hmm.
But then I do like also a little bit of the in and out movement, some old school McGregor. I get called McGregor from Wish quite a bit, but I'll take it. I haven't got his money or any of the allegations, so choose your battles.
Yeah, I mean the money. And one more.
One more person. Let me think. Does it have to be dead or alive? Can they be alive? I don't know any dead fighters.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be life. Yeah, yeah. Either.
Okay, good. Yeah, good. I do like Max as well. Holloway, that volume, that
Okay.
striking style. Just picking those shots. How can you not love Holloway? You know?
Yeah, he's had some absolute bangers. Do you have
Yeah.
that when you're sparring where you've watched something at the weekend and you think that was pretty cool? Let me try and reenact it in training.
Yeah, I've had it before where I try and reenact it and I get counted and go, yeah, I'm not him. I'm actually just not him. I remember Lon, funny enough, done this like crazy knockout in cage. It was like cross, pull back, hook, 1, 2. I tried it and my feet are all over the place. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm just duck my head, overhand right, double leg. It's my bread and butter. So yeah, I'm not, my style's not super spinny and, flashy. I like to kick, but yeah, I'd rather throw hands and grapple, to be honest with you. That's my style. It's my kind of party.
Yeah, I love that. I watched the. Obviously, you had a fight recently
Yeah,
that you've won. Congratulations! It was a
thank
really
you.
good watch. I watched it on Casual's YouTube. That dynamic I found super interesting was between yourself and like Lonnie. It's interesting to see UFC fighters kind of doing that different role of like coach and
Yeah,
mentor. How is it for you having that kind of close circle around you in such kind of intense moments?
yeah, 100%. So like my first sort of relationship with Lon was as a coach. He was teaching the boxing class, and I actually
Okay.
thought he was a bit cold at first. Like, but he's just like that. He's just like he's there to teach, and if he doesn't know you, he's not rude by any stretch, but he's there to do a task. Whereas I'm just like being a fucking idiot quite a lot of the time. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. So I live with Lon, and I live with one other MMA fighter, Louis Bracus. He's set to make his pro debut in like 8 weeks. So there's 3 of us. We all live together. So they're all there. We went up together. My brother's in the corner. So it's cool. It's cool. It's just having that familiarity. Like I speak to Lon every day. We speak about the fight. I speak to him about his fights. So it's just that sense of we train together every day. We drive to the gym every day. So this is just normal to me. So it's cool. I'm blessed to have that. Really am.
Yeah, it's a great watch. If anyone hasn't seen it, go over to Casual's Corners page. I'll link it below actually,
Nice.
and give it a watch because it's a really interesting fight. There was that one moment where he threw the teep and it caught you, and
Yeah.
I thought, oh god.
Yeah. Same, to be fair. Do you know what it was? Yeah. So I'd taken him down round 1, and I kept him there a little bit. Then he kind of reversed, and I got on top. I thought, right, I need to land some good shots to solidify this round. So I hit him with a little bit of ground and pound. Enough. I was like, right, cool, I've got that round. Next round, I didn't switch off, but I was like, right, cool. Now what do I do? And he threw a teep up the middle, and it completely hit me in the face. It was a good shot. And then I was like, all right, cool, don't get hit with that again. And then me being stupid, thinking, oh, he's not going to do it again. Bomb, does it again, another teep to the face. Right, if he does that again, I'm going to have to try and take him down. He did it again. It missed my face by like this much. I'm like, right, cool, we're going down.
How much, like going into that fight, what was the game plan? And then realistically, once you're in there, how hard is it to kind of keep that at the back of your mind and not just get into whatever?
To a brawl, yeah, true. Like, so for me, my opponent pulled out 2 weeks out. My original opponent, I was fighting a Scottish guy that was a judo guy, so he wanted to grapple as well. And then he pulled out, and they said, "Oh, by the way, we've got this 5-0 undefeated guy from Afghanistan. He's got 4 first round finishes." And I was like, yeah, of course, like, that's what I thought, ain't it? Yeah, cheers, guys. And something in me was just like, no, if I can take that fight, like, show him your level. This is a great opportunity for you to prove where you're at. Obviously, there's doubt and there's fear, but like, I was like, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to fight this guy. That's what I wanted to do this fight. I didn't want to be in a situation where it's like, right, go fight, and you're, right, I need to go. So I said to myself before, straight away, I'm throwing an overhand right at his face as hard as humanly possible, and then we can settle in from there. And that's exactly what I did round one. I just touched gloves. I didn't fake glove touch gloves, dipped the head over the top. It landed. And to be fair to him, like, he didn't, like, some people will like be like, oh, cower. He threw back hard straight away. I was all right, cool. Now we're in a fight. We can think and apply logic, not just throw a right hand over the top as hard as humanly possible.
I had a boxing fight in Dubai at the end of last year.
Nice.
And I hadn't trained ever before any boxing.
Oh, really? Fair play to you.
And that's the only thing we trained all week was just an overhand right. And I was just like,
Route
I'm
one.
going to do it.
Yeah. Call it the Weatherspoons punch in the beer garden. Tried and tested. Straight over the top.
I can confirm it did not work.
Nah. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's very
That's
true.
That's mantra, you know.
Without giving too much away, what's kind of next for you? What do you envision? Like, what have you got, like a 3-5 year plan? Like, or are you just taking every day as it comes in a minute?
I'm quite a go with the flow type of person. I definitely think that fighting on a bigger show next could be a good option for me. Smashing out the videos, that is a guarantee. I'll be drinking white monsters. I'll be doing snooze. Like, I enjoy that. Training, I'll always train. I am going to take a bit of time. Well, I say a bit of time, like 5-6 more weeks off sparring. I got teeped in the face pretty aggressively. I got a concussion in fight camp. I got an infection in fight camp. I got a 5-0 Afghanistani undefeated fighter in fight camp. So it was like all the signs were saying, fucking pull out, fuck this off. But yeah, my faith remained strong, and I was like, I'm going to power through it. So keep grappling. I grappled today. I was in the gym Monday after the Saturday. Took Sunday off. Dominoes and cookies. Leftovers for breakfast.
You used to do PT, right?
Yeah, I still PT. So that's my main source of income, really. So I do PTs at Richmond, hold pads, weight PTs, all that good stuff. But yeah, that keeps me going. You know, fighting's not super lucrative when you're starting out, so definitely got to get a bit of cash flow going.
Yeah, and I guess that idea of like trying to build this social media presence like really pushes you as a person forward in kind of the fight game.
Yeah, 100%. Like, if you look at like a lot of the top guys, they've got a huge social media presence. You look at someone like Craig Jones, for example. Like, he is a genius marketing wise, in my opinion. Like, he markets himself as the second best grappler in the world. He said everyone wants to be the best. No one's saying they're the second best. So I think that's a stroke of genius, and I think social media can be a powerful thing and get you really good opportunities.
Yeah, agreed. Craig Jones is a very interesting character. I love like his kind of rash guards, which is like ground karate and stuff like that.
Yeah, amazing.
They're just so funny.
Yeah,
and you can tell he's just like, I think for him it is just personality, and that is him.
Yeah, he's just being himself, and I like that about fighting. Right, like I used to when I fight, like post a picture of me training, like locked in, like, yeah, cool. Every other fighter in the world has posted that. Like, why don't I actually like just have a laugh with it? Like, think about it objectively. The whole thing's fucking silly. Like, I'm turning up in my underwear to fight a stranger in a cage. Like, it's fucking preposterous that we're actually doing this. So, like, I'm going to turn up and fight anyway. I might as well try and have a laugh with this while I'm on the way there, you know?
Yeah, and one thing I've picked up on when we've been talking, and I've also picked up on it on your posts as well, is the way that you talk and the way that you kind of illustrate yourself is like it's very good. Like,
Appreciate that.
I can tell that you've probably, I don't know, potentially had a good kind of education or worked hard in education. One of the two, I can't quite tell, but the way that you kind of portray yourself with the way you write things, particularly, is always stood out to me, and it's interesting.
Yeah, I like having things that can flex my creative muscle. You know, things like even jiu-jitsu to an extent, right? Here comes my other housemate now. Speak of the devil. Come in, Lou. Come plug your fight in 8 weeks.
Yeah, go on.
I've always, I've always pop in a sec. I've always liked having something that's going to flex that creative muscle. You know, come in. I'm on a pod.
Oh, really?
State your name. You can't. You can only see us, but there is someone there. I promise. It's my other housemate. He's fighting in.
Yes.
He's fighting in approximately
May the 17th. So what's that?
10 weeks. 10 weeks. Austria away.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I recognise you from the Casual Corners video. Yeah. Of your fight. Did you corner him?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I had the privilege.
I don't know if it was you or Fred. I mounted him, and he tried to put his feet in my armpits to escape, and I just heard, "Fuck those legs off!" And I was like, "Those legs off."
That was me. That's a technique that I teach the kids.
Yeah, inspiring the next generation.
I've got to make food, but big love.
Yeah, big love, man.
I'll leave you with a white monster, figuratively and spiritually.
In every sense of the word.
Sweet, my boy.
Nice one, man.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's an insight to my household. We'll come back, make food. After training, I've completely filled his fridge with white monsters. So I've got no room to put these. Literally, it's full. He's like, "Thanks, man." I'm like, "Look, help yourself." Like, mutually beneficial.
Yeah, I love kind of that camaraderie, like in my house. I mean, I've got 2 kids and a missus, so it's a little bit different here. But I kind of miss it.
Different vibe here.
What was that?
Slightly different vibe here. People always think it's going to be chaos living with MMA fighters, but to be honest with you, for the most part, we train in the morning, we train in the afternoon, we come back, we're all completely fucked. We'll eat, maybe watch a film and go to bed. It's not super glamorous, but it's a great lifestyle.
Yeah, I love it. He's a big boy as well, your friend there.
Yeah, he fights at welterweight, so we don't.
Really?
Yeah, he's a big boy. Big boy. It's all that food he's eating in there gets him nice and strong.
What do you cut down from?
Yeah. So my fight originally was meant to be at 61 at bantamweight, which would have been tough. I was struggling like 3 weeks out. I would have made it, but I was a miserable fuck. And then I usually fight at 66, so this would have been my first one at 61. And then my opponent pulled out, and they said, "Look, we got the 5-0 undefeated Afghanistani guy with 4 first-round finishes." I said, "Cool." I said, "But he wants to fight at 63. I said, "Cool, let's fight at 63. They're like, "No, he wants to fight at 66. I said, "Let's fight at 66. I'm literally, right, I'll set the scene. So I finished top team. They told me that my opponent's pulled out, and I'm waiting for confirmation of this next fight. I bought a flapjack, 2 Lucozade Sports, a grenade because I'm like on 1,800 calories doing 10k steps a day. And I'm having a bath, waiting for the text from the promoter saying fight confirmed with a flapjack in my hand. My mum's trying to ring me. I'm like, "Not now, mum." She doesn't understand. I'm like, "Not now." I'm sat in the bath with a flapjack, and it's like fight confirmed 66. I just thumbs up, sat in the bath, and was like, "Oh." So funny. Strange times, but it was good.
I could tell you've just got some fantastic stories, and I'd love to spend just like a day just talking about stuff because I think one thing that is like fascinates me is that I think the polarity between I think most people that who listens or watches this as world compared to yours couldn't be further apart in some aspects. Like you're actually doing what these people turn up to watch every week.
Yeah, it's crazy when you're the one in the cage. You know what I mean? It's weird. Every fight's like different as well. This one, before I was going out, like I was nervous all day. Like anyone that says they aren't nervous is either a psychopath or a liar, in my opinion. So like I'm nervous all day and I'm trying to nap before, so I don't want to get my adrenaline too up. And then they're like, "You're on in 3 fights, by the way." So then I'm like, right, I need to get my adrenaline up. And I'm backstage, I'm like, I'm not fucking nervous. I want to be nervous. I need to be nervous. I need that adrenaline, that fight or flight. And then I'm nervous that I'm not nervous. And you're overthinking everything. I'm like, should I drink a Monster now? You do it every day. I'm like, no, you might throw up in the cage. You might need a piss. You might piss yourself in the cage. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. And the voice is in my head, honestly. It's like, it's super trippy. So then I'm standing there looking at this undefeated Afghanistani fighter. I'm like, right, just as hard as you can at his face. And then you're in. And I did, and then I'm like, right, cool. Now we're not even thinking all that stuff. We're just here, you know. So it's a crazy thing. It is, but it's all worth it in the end.
In a perfect world where anything's possible, What's like one fight that would get you out of bed at 4 a.m. running sprints with an evil grin on your face?
For me, like, I fought people that I fought a guy in a kickboxing fight, and I was like, without being arrogant, I was like, I'm going to knock you out. Like, you're just not. And I did. I knocked him out in the first round. When I fight someone that's dangerous, that's what gets me, because those nerves, and it brings out the best in me. So definitely someone who's dangerous. Francis Ngannou will get me up the hill first thing in the morning, 100%. PFL, I'll box him. Why not? If I'm getting the money for it, I'm in.
That is great. You completely threw me there. I had a question in my head then, and Francis Ngannou
Threw you off.
What's yeah, that was it. From being at GB Top Team with like legends there, with like Brad Pickett, how much does that kind of have an influence on the culture there, and like what's kind of the role that he plays to people looking to become the next like Nathaniel Wood?
So Brad, like, obviously he's a great coach and a great fighter, but more than that, like, he'll do so much. He'll just like, he'll pad his fighters for free. Guys that are amateurs that he's not earning money off. Do you know what I mean? He'll do a lot for his fighters, and he'll put himself out there for his fighters. Ash Grimshaw as well. Like, he is a no-nonsense character. Like, if you do something shit, you're going to know about it, which I like personally. I don't want to do things shit. So if you're telling me that it's shit and you've had 40 pro fights, it's shit. I need to make it better, you know? So you know you stand with people. They're not going to be like, oh, you're so good and you're doing so well, and half my face is hanging off. Like, I'm like, no, I'm not doing good and I'm not doing well. You know, if something's shit, you're going to know about it. But if something's good at the same time, you're like, good job. If you get a compliment, you know it's a real one. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it goes a longer way, I suppose,
Yeah.
because you know they're few and far between.
Yeah,
And
but definitely that's the spot. Top team, the bodies, the coaches, the work, the amount of rounds you put in, like the time under tension is best gym in the country, no doubt.
And another thing that surprised me as well is the amount of pro fighters now that are flying out there. They've built quite a list now.
Yeah, people come in, you know, people travel far, and the proof's in the pudding. Everyone's winning. We've got 2 UFC fighters. Hopefully, we'll get some more on the roster. You know, I think having 2 now, obviously Nathaniel and Lon, that's huge for gym morale. You know, it's like these guys are doing it. They're training the same as me at Top Team with the same coaches. Like, it's inspiring. It really is, especially like Nathaniel's probably like obviously pretty established in the UFC. Lon's on a tear, so it's cool to see like kind of it unfold. If that makes sense, it's really cool.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, well, I can't imagine, but for you, I can imagine, I suppose.
Live vicariously.
Yeah.
That's it.
Between kind of training, cutting weight, and getting punched in the face, fighters don't have much downtime, like you were saying. But when you do, what's like your main guilty pleasure outside of MMA and the day kind of training?
Do you know what? I'm such a bore. Obviously, outside of White Monster and nicotine, I love the sport. Like, I just love the sport. I love watching it. I love like the behind the scenes. Like sometimes I'm worried. Like, I'm not really into much else, you know. So I'm a huge fan of the sport. That's what got me into it, right? Like, I'm watching videos of Conor McGregor. I'm like, oh, that is fucking cool. Like, why? I want to do that. So, like, I just love the sport. I really do.
Have you got any kind of like funny behind the scenes moments from either at the gym, out with Lonnie, out with Will, anything like that that'd be fun to share?
So yeah, the story that I was going to tell you in China. So obviously Lon won. We're all super buzzing. We go back to the hotel where all the fighters are, and it's kind of like the UFC have put on a spread: free drinks, free food. Diego Lopez is there. Justin Gaethje's there. So I'm like, fucking, this is cool. I got pretty drunk. It was a free bar. I'm popping a snooze. Gaethje comes over. He's like, hey man, give me one of those. I'm like, fuck yeah. And we're just like making snooze together. I'm like, please give me a low kick. He's like, he did not hesitate. He was like, yep, come, let's go. I was trying to give him tequila, but he was like, no tequila, just beer. So I was like, fair enough, man. But yeah, that was cool. Just smashing snooze with Justin Gaethje, letting him chop low kicks on me.
How bad was it?
I was pretty drunk, so like you get numb to the pain a little bit. He chopped my lead leg twice, and I was like, nothing. Then he chopped my back leg, and I'm like buckling all over the place. He loved it though. You could see the smile on his face when he was doing it. He genuinely wanted to do it. He was like, "Yeah, I'll low kick you, 100%, no question in his mind whatsoever."
Had you given the download that you train and stuff, and you've had a few fights? Was he
I don't
aware of
think he
that?
cared that much. He just wanted to kick me. Yeah. I'm Lon's mate, by the way. I don't know who Lon is or you. I'll kick you though. But it was cool. Even being like at the UFC throughout the week, kind of being in the fighters' hotel, seeing how they operate. They're a well-oiled machine. Like they don't mess around. Thermal blankets, post-weigh-in foods, everything, all the electrolytes, all the supplements, all the media. It's crazy. Like it's a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, and I suppose for someone like you who aspires to one day kind of be at that, having that opportunity to have the exposure through your friends and realize what it's actually like, compared to especially compared to what you're doing now, must be so inspirational.
It was a slight improvement on Lincolnshire on a rainy Saturday night, I will admit. Although I got nothing for love for my people at Walkenite, the UFC did it a little bit better.
Yeah, I've just got two images in my head now, like kind of you at some plush hotel in the middle of Macau, and then that clip of you led on the sofa with a bloody nose.
Yeah, calling my mum. I banged him out, mum.
Yeah, they're completely two worlds apart.
Yeah, slightly different party, but different strokes for different folks, you know.
So what's next for you in the short term?
Keep smashing these videos out. I'll keep training. Maybe towards the end of the year or summer, take a fight. I'm definitely not going back to 61. That was a sign from the universe that like you're a 66 guy. So put these calories that I'm eating to good use, pump some iron, grapple like a motherfucker, and just enjoy life.
Yeah, I love it. I think half an hour is a perfect time.
Beautiful.
Thanks so much for your time. This will go out on Monday, so I'll include all your socials, all of that stuff at the bottom.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much. I've enjoyed this. Wow. And that.
Anytime.